welcome, welcome. I want to know, how do you celebrate your birthday? Do you celebrate it just on the day by going out to eat or being with friends? Or do you like to relax? Do you celebrate the whole week? Do you celebrate the whole month? This year, May is my birthday month. I absolutely love May. It's not my favorite season in general. Like spring probably is my second favorite season, if I had to be honest. Winter is my favorite season, but having a birthday in May definitely makes me love this season even more, particularly this month. This month here in Rhode Island, all the flowers are starting to bloom. It is just the epitome of springtime, and it's so pretty and so fun. But I want to know, how do you celebrate your birthday week? One of the things that I like to do is I like to do a little extra with my makeup and my self-care. I love wearing makeup because to me it is self-care. Just like meditating or having a massage, I love the way that I feel when I see myself in a reflection in the mirror and I look less tired or I look a little more put together. It's so simple, and when it becomes part of your daily routine, it can also become very calming. I'm a mom of 2 kids, and I really got out of the habit of doing self-care when they were really little. It's like so many of us do, right? You're focusing on keeping a little one alive. But in the process, I didn't feel good about myself, and I was just wearing like the same clothes every day. I wasn't really putting on makeup, wasn't taking that good care of myself. And I started to just put on mascara. Just mascara, because my eyes are my favorite part of my face, and just that little bit perked my spirit so much. So it just kind of built from there, and I thought, okay, well, what if I do a little bit more? And I will be honest with you, those of you who are in a busy season with kids in life, you may be like, girlfriend, I don't even have 5 minutes to get myself pulled together. I will tell you, I have an almost 8-year-old and a 10-year-old, and there are times when I'm getting ready where I don't have a continuous 10 minutes to get ready, right? Like I'm getting them ready, tying shoes. Mom, I can't find my matching sock, all that kind of stuff. Thank you so much for the hashtag Hello Lovely, and thank you for the compliment on the earrings. We've been having some crazy weather here in Rhode Island. So it's been like raining, and then there'd be rainbows. It's like left and right rainstorms. So I just figured, you know what? I'm going to wear these earrings today. I am going to do something with my hair, but right now there's some dry shampoo helping to volumize and fix this little thing. So my hair won't be like this all day today, but it is what it is right now. So thank you, Rachel. And hey, Juanita, how are you? But what I wanted to tell you is that if you are someone who you don't put on makeup, if you like the way you look, whether it's with mascara or a little lip gloss or something like that, but you say you don't have time to get ready, I'm going to tell you it is okay to break it up into chunks. Like I am the queen of like, put on a little bit of primer or a little concealer and then go and help my kids and then come back up and do my eyes and then go and help my kids. So when my kids are busy, when they are in school like they are right now, or, if I've been able to get them ready ahead of time and then I can have, 10 minutes to myself, that is a very special occasion. So it doesn't always happen. So what I love to do, what I love to share at MinuteWithMary.com is makeup tips and tricks to help you feel more confident and creative. So I want you to feel confident that taking that extra couple of minutes is a form of self-care, that you can, when you get used to it, you can be creative, you can add some different colors, but I'm here to help it be easy and attainable for you. So today I just put on a little bit of Prime and Set powder. This is the Busy Woman's best friend because it's a 2-in-1 product. It's going to prime your face, filling in your pores and your fine lines, but it's also going to act like Velcro to really keep that makeup on your face. Even if you're busy running errands or if you're sweaty or anything like that, this is also a great product for those of you like myself who have some fine lines and texture, as it's really going to like help blur that out. I have some friends who just wear this. They put on their skincare and their SPF. Lumos is at it again. I swear to you, every time I go live with podcasting or Minute with Mary stuff, she likes to cause chaos, right? Maybe it's because I'm talking this way and she's like, what are you talking about, Mom? Let me see. But this helps blur texture. So I do have some friends who like it because it helps with oil control, but it just kind of adds almost like a Photoshop filter to their skin. So if you have relatively, nice skin and you don't necessarily want to be wearing foundation, concealer, blush, any of those kind of things, adding this just like adds a little filter. So I like to use this as my primer and then as my setting product as well. And that's what I put on my face. The other reason that I think it's like the busy woman's, best product is because it dries like that. A lot of primers are either liquidy or kind of like a gel-like substance, and it is very important that you wait for those to set. It's just like concrete filler. If you drive over it, or you can engrave your name in it, like the sidewalks that kids used to do, like writing their names in it, it's not going to do its job, and you're just going to end up mixing all of your makeup with your primer, and it won't look right. So typically when I do more of a gel-based or liquid-based primer, I apply it all over my face, and then I do my eyes. I do my eyes first for a variety of reasons. One of them is it allows time for my face primer to set. The other reason is that if I'm wearing darker shadows or a shadow that might have a little bit of fallout, sometimes like sparkly shadows have a little bit of fallout. I could give you some tips with that. It won't fall out onto my foundation and concealer. So if you do like to wear eyeshadows, let me know. Do you wear eyeshadows? When you do your makeup, do you wear eyeshadows? And if so, what kind of eyeshadows do you wear? Doing your eyes first and then going in with your face, it's going to make it so much easier for your cleanup. Plus, it allows that time for the primer. All right, but that being said, I have veins and freckles and I have veins and freckles and just like discoloration on my upper lids. So sometimes what I like to do is put a little bit of a base product there, whether it is pressed powder foundation or some kind of other like shadow, just to kind of get rid of it. And sometimes I even put my regular foundation right there. Your cat does that too, right? I'm not alone, right, Amy? Thank you so much for the hashtag Hello Lovely. I love the little heel and lipstick emoji. Thank you. Hi, Kathy. How are you? So as I said, sometimes I go and I just put my eyeshadows on if I'm worried about the discoloration. I do want to share with you my new secret weapon. So this month's special at MinuteWithMary.com is any 2 eye products you unlock the 15% off savings. So that means it could be a mascara and an eyeshadow, a mascara and a lash primer. It can be any 2 combinations, 2 eyeshadows, maybe an eyelash curler and a mascara. So if you are someone who likes to put a little bit of makeup on your eyes, this is the month for you. If you get 3 or more products of that category, you unlock 20% savings. So definitely make sure you're checking that out. If you have oily eyelids or hooded eyes, you may want to look into my eye primer if you use more of a traditional like pressed shadow and it gets all creasy or your oils just break it down. But I will say, my new secret weapon has been my stick eyeshadows. Have any of you tried this? I feel like 1 or 2 of you watching right now have tried it. There are now 10 shades. When they originally came out, there were 7 shades. I'm pretty sure I have all 7 right here. There were 7 shades, but I just released 3 new ones. The new ones will sell out fast. The original 7, I have tons and tons of stock. The new ones are a more medium nude versus a light nude, which I'm going to wear today, a green shade, and then I feel like a bronzy shade. I need to double check, but lots of different colors that you can see. But this is my secret weapon. You're like, Mary, tell me. You've been telling me you have a secret weapon. This shade right here, it is a matte nude. It's called Deliberate. Now, my stick shadows do not need eyeshadow primer, okay? For those of you, once again, oily eyelids, hooded eyes, this has serious grip, but what you need to know is you need to work one eye at a time because it holds on really, really well. I love this for, I have some people who are using it even as their concealer because it has such a great grip and it's, you don't have to really worry about it. A lot of people are liking it on this inner corner. A lot of people are putting it down here in this waterline and it holds so well. So if you are like me and you have discoloration on your eyelid, this is going to be a great product to check on out. So let me just show you, like I said, some people are using it almost as a concealer on this inner corner of their eyelid. You can use an eyeshadow brush, you can use a finger. When it comes to more light shades, I'm totally fine using my finger. But you can see what that just did. Can you see the difference? Because I can. And this is what I'm saying, is it has crazy long wear. Oily eyelids, hooded eyes, you will not have a problem with this. And then I kind of go across and this will act as a bit of a base or a concealer. But like I said, use a brush or use your finger and work quickly one eye at a time. Don't draw it on your eye and then go draw it on your other eye and, waste some time having a sip of coffee or something. Work quickly, okay? But this right here, if you wear glasses and there's days when you don't want to have like a multi-step eyeshadow look, but you want to brighten, or in just general, you want to brighten up your eyes, look at the difference right there, just with this. So this is the shade Deliberate. The other place that I like to use it, and let me know if you can see the difference, because I don't know if you can see it. The other area that I like to use it is right here on this waterline, because it's a nude shade. I frequently will use like a white eyeshadow, a white eyeliner there, but this to me is even better if you don't like that stark white look. So this will help your eyes look more open. They'll look bigger. So if you're wearing glasses, we want those eyes to look nice and big, but it just keeps it looking nice and bright. So let me know, can you see a difference between these two eyes just from that little bit of my stick eyeshadow in that nude shade Deliberate? I had, years ago when I first started with Minute with Mary, I had a cream little pot eyeshadow. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting its name. I feel like it was called Victorious, but it was probably my #1 selling eyeshadow. And it was essentially like this. It was a nude-based shadow that just canceled out all this discoloration, just helped you feel a little bit more polished and pulled together. And we discontinued those ones in the pot, but then we came out with this formula of the stick eyeshadow, and it's even better because of its staying power. So as long as you know to work quickly and on one eye at a time, you're really going to have amazing eye-opening results. And this is also great because you can use it in collaboration with other shadows. So if, like me, you have that discoloration and you feel like it's making you look a little tired, a little older, you can use this with other stick shadows, with other liquid shadows or pressed shadows. You don't just have to work with just that one. You can definitely see the difference, such a natural look. Yay, thanks Rachel, thank you. And my fellow glasses wearer, so you know what I'm talking about. So right there, I feel like bright and awake. And when it's my birthday week, I love to just like add a little bit of extra pizzazz or fun or something or color. So I am going to, let's see, work with a liquid shadow, because as I said, you can use more stick shadows, you can use liquids, you can use press, you can do all sorts of things. But I'm going to stick with a springtime kind of look, and I'm going to do this shade called Giggly. Ooh, I got an itchy nose. Someone must be, isn't that the like thing that if you have an itchy nose, somebody's talking about you or thinking about you or something like that? I forget what it is. All right, so this is the shade Giggly. This is a shimmer light pink. It's a great neutral shade. The liquid shadows are also fantastic for those of you who, for any eye, including those who have hooded or oily eyelids. It has incredibly long wear. I've tried other liquid shadows and they get all gunky in my crease. Having hooded eyelids is no joke. If you like to wear makeup, it can have its down points getting some hooded eyes. So I love this shade because it's nice and light, helps my eye look really nice and bright. You can also, for those easy, quick, put your makeup on the go, the liquid shadows in the light colors, like one that I'm wearing right now, it's so easy. I have a few friends who they get ready in the parking lot of work. So let me know. First, I want to know, what do you do on your birthday to celebrate? But secondly, like, where do you do your makeup? I obviously work at home, so I'm fortunate enough that I can do my makeup right here. But when I was teaching out of the house, I definitely had like a travel makeup bag. And on days when I just did not want to get ready in the morning before work, I would get ready at my desk. And some days, honestly, like I would get ready, I would get dressed and showered and everything before it was really even light out. And sometimes when you put on your makeup, you want to have a little bit more better lighting. So it looks a lot different. All right, so you can see Giggly, it added that nice pop of pink, but I was able to put it on top of that base that already created this beautiful canvas to my eyes. So if you are someone who has that kind of discoloration, I'm telling you, this stick eyeshadow in the shade Deliberate, it is a game changer by itself or as a base for other things. So, hi Sarah, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Now, if you wanted to be a little extra and add some dimension and add some depth, I'm going to share a trick with you, because you can easily wear one shadow by itself, but if you wanted to add a little something else, it's when we add a little bit more darkness or deepness with the outer V frequently. So if you've been watching Minute with Mary, you know about the outer V. It is the outer corner of our eyelid. What's that word again? What's that part of our body called? Eyelid. And it helps just add more dimension. You can even use a darker shade of foundation. You can use a bronzer, but it's usually a deeper shade. And I like to add color there and just, you know, zhuzh things up by playing with the outer V. All right, I have my eyeshadow brush right here, but I'm looking around. Having my hair like this, it's making me a little all over the place. I had a brush cleaner, but can't seem to find it right now. So we're gonna just work with what I've got. We'll see. Hopefully, I use one of these color switches. You can even get these at like the dollar store, but it helps take off extra powders and extra makeup. But I do usually like to have my brush cleaner. It's a liquid that sanitizes and cleans your brushes instantly. You just use it with a paper towel and you're good to go. Hi, Lisa Ann. How are you? It's been a while since I've seen your beautiful face pop on up. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Danielle. All right, so this shade right here is a beautiful like plum purple shade. It is called Observant. This is a very popular shade, particularly if you have green eyes or kind of green in your eyes. Even my brown-eyed friends love this kind of shade. You can use these as an eyeliner. The stick eyeshadows are great eyeliners and you can smudge them a little bit, but I'm going to use this in the outer V. Same thing as before, because these stick shadows dry and really set very quickly, we want to move quickly. So I'm just going to go and I'm going to start right here, right kind of where my ocular bone is. My crease is obviously lower, but because I have hooded eyes, if I put it right in the crease, you wouldn't even see it. My eyelid would just suck it up. So I'm going to put it right there in the ocular bone and start to pull it down just a smidge. And just that little bit, I'm going to take my, is this my fluffy crease brush? I think this is. Either a crease brush or a fluffy crease brush. And then I'm going to start to work it. So as I said earlier, when I work with lighter eyeshadow shades, whether it's a liquid shadow or a stick eyeshadow, I'm totally fine using my fingers. I think it's totally fine. But when I get to something a bit darker and deeper, I do like to have the precision of using a brush. Do you guys use your fingers or brushes when you do your eyeshadows? Let me know. Hi, Betty. Thank you so much for tuning in. Feel free to put a hashtag Hello Lovely. It lets me know that you're checking this out, and it also is like a little wave over the internet. So this is what I'm doing. I drew just a line down, but I'm taking whatever else is extra and I'm bringing that up on the ocular bone. So as I said, if you had not hooded eyes, you can go right into your crease. But my eyes are so hooded that if I put it right in the crease, it would just get sucked up and you wouldn't see it. So friends who have hooded eyes, apply your makeup looking at yourself. Make sure that you can actually see the shadow that you're applying, just like I am here. So just that little bit was really able to give me some depth and dimension. And you can do this look once again with just 2 eyeshadows. I did that extra third one as a base because of the discoloration that I have, but I almost treat that more like a concealer or like a base. What do you think? It helps elevate the eyeshadow look. It helps draw more attention to your eyes. And just that little bit, as you can see, I didn't even create a V yet. I'm going to use whatever is extra and bring it up right there, working quickly. You can use little circular motions to really kind of keep that color concentrated a bit in the area that you want versus a really big swiping back and forth. But what I'm trying to do is just get rid of any harsh lines and just create that nice warm depth. Dun, 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 dun. What did you get from Dunkies? I got a large iced French vanilla half decaf. Whenever I do large, I can't do full caffeinated at that point. I've been suggested not to have too much caffeine because of my heart issues in general. But also it makes me all sorts of nervous and gives my anxiety quite a run for its money. So a half decaf large, a French vanilla, oat milk, and 1 Splenda. So it's my jam. All right, so there we go. Blending did the job. Now you can obviously put on more product to make it deeper. You got to see when it was really saturated how deep purple that was. You can even use it, as I said, as an eyeliner, which I might even try to do. Let's see. Let's just play. Let's just play, friends. You okay if I play? All right. So I'm going to go right in that lash line. And when I do eyeliner, I have texture to my eyelids. So they're not as smooth as a baby's bottom. Let's just say that, right? So I do little dashes, whether it's with a pencil or liquid or dip and draw, any kind of eyeliner. I personally just do little dashes and then connect them. What's cool about this, of course, being an eyeshadow base, is it is meant to be blended a little bit. Let's see if I have a brush. Good. You can use a Q-tip, you can use your finger, you can use a little eyeliner brush. And these set very quickly, so don't forget that once you start to draw it on, you can blend it. So for those of you, anyone else have texture to their eyelids, just like little bumps or wrinkles? That's when I love to use more of either a pencil eyeliner or something like this, because you can blend it and kind of smudge it to fill in all those little ridges. So isn't that nice? It's just a nice little purple. So for those of you who have green in your eyes, my blue or brown-eyed friends, this would also look great on you if you like to have purple. You just get it right there in that lash line. And I only bring it to about where my iris is. I don't necessarily bring it all the way across my eye. My eyes are a little small. They're almond shaped and hooded and a little on the small side. So using that nude shade of eyeshadow in my lower waterline is going to help my eyes look bigger, but also being careful and cognizant of how I'm using the eyeliner on top is also going to help. Those of you with round eyes, you can really go to town with eyeliner to make your eyes stand out because you've got a lot of real estate. But if you're a squinty smiler like myself, you know, our eyes tend to be a little smaller, but this still adds that dimension. So I'm really focusing on adding like deepness towards that outer half, outer 2/3 of my eye to add that extra attention. I'll have to get French vanilla next time I go, right? What do you usually get, Rachel? What's your usual Dunkin' order? We haven't been getting Dunkin' recently. Here in this family, but I had a bit of a headache earlier after I had physical therapy, and sometimes having a little bit of caffeine helps me get out of the headache. So I've had weird headaches with my issues from the panorama, and so when I get headaches now, they sometimes are really, really bad, where like I am not functioning by nighttime, particularly if the headache starts earlier in the day. So that's why I was like, I'm going to get some coffee, but I can't take Excedrin migraine. Yeah, like all of that medicine that has a lot of doses of caffeine in it and a lot of medicine all at once, it makes my heart go wild. So I have to kind of pace myself. And so that's why I was like, I'll get a large half decaf and we'll see if that works. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? All right. So what do you guys think of this eyeshadow look? As I said, if you don't have discoloration on your lids, you can just do 2 eyeshadows and bada bing, bada boom. You're going to be pleased as punch with the results. So now I'm going to go in and do my foundation just to kind of finish some things up. I am in between shades right now. I am going to be using my liquid foundation. This has that serum built in, that skincare serum. And because I'm in between shades, I'm actually just going to mix my winter shade and my summer shade together. And that's one of the beautiful things you can do with foundations that can be buildable or blend, is you can almost custom create your own little shade, which is super, super helpful. Oh, thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you. Yeah, I'll feel better soon. My dad, he was so sweet. He's going away this weekend, so he's not going to be here for my birthday. And he had offered to babysit the kids with my stepmom, and they were going to come over tonight. Ignore my bruise. Sorry, that was from my procedure from last week. Still bruising. They were going to come on over and watch the kids. And I canceled. I said, you know, honestly, I'm not feeling good. Blake hasn't been sleeping too well. And I said we would go out just because you came over, and we'd like go get dinner that we don't need to buy. And it's not like we had any big plans or a show we could see or music that we could go see. And my head hurts. So I was like, thanks, but no thanks. So he feels bad. It's funny how babysitting is now a form of gifting, right? Had you told me when I was a teenager in my young 20s, pre-kids, you know, that, oh, you're going to love it. It's going to be like one of the greatest gifts when a grandparent babysits. I'd be like, are you kidding me? But it's true. It's true. So yeah, I already canceled that. And that's okay. That's totally okay. But on my birthday, Cinco de Mayo, it is going to be Friday, our first food truck. We have big food truck events. Do you guys have a lot of food trucks near you? We have tons. Rhode Island is a huge foodie state, and one of the big things that we get out of it is a lot of food trucks. And then we have a lot of food truck events. So almost every Friday, I have to double check, we have one that's right near us where at least 20 food trucks come. So once again, this is my winter and summer shade mixed together. Right now it's doing what it needs to do for me because, as I said, I'm in between shades right now. And then what I like to do, if you find that you're starting to wear your summer shade or it's a little dark, for me it's fine, but what you can do is you can take either your concealer or your lighter winter shade and right here add the light. This is a fun little tip for you. If you already put on your summer and you're like, ooh, that's too dark, just add the lightness right here. So as it blends to your neck, it matches better. Because then everything else would just kind of look bronzed and look sun-kissed. But I like to match makeup so it really blends seamlessly into the neck and chest area. All right. Yeah, so we have food truck events happening this Friday. And of course it's Cinco de Mayo. And so that's what I told the family I'd want to do, is I'd want to go to the food truck event. Let's tackle a little bit of this under eye area, shall we? I'm going to take a smidge of concealer, but I could just take that eyeshadow. You got to see the magic that I did earlier with the eyeshadow, but I'm just going to take just a little right here where I have the discoloration. If your under eyes are dry or crepey, you're definitely going to want to make sure that you're taking care of them with eye cream, hydrating them well, even maybe eye masks, because the texture of the skin really makes a big difference. And then less is more. Less is more when it comes to your under eyes. I even sometimes like to put a little setting spray in it to help thin it out and help give it extra holding power. But yeah, I'm really excited. Food Truck Fridays. We have them all over our state. I mean, I am shocked that there are that many food trucks, that we can have so many events going on like the same day in different areas in our tiny little state. So this one's going to be fun. It's right down the road from us. And so what people like to do is they kind of set up shop, like they park their cars, they get, there's live music that always plays. There's even like beer and wine trucks that serve, alcohol beverages for adults. But you like set up your stuff and then, kids will be playing with bubbles, soccer balls. I mean, the kids rarely eat the food truck food. I'll be real. I bring mac and cheese because I'm not going to spend good money for them to get like a fancy baked potato and for them to say, I just want the potato plain. Like that's what my kids do. They go to the food truck with the expensive food and then just want it like kid version, but they still charge you the same price. So for me, I'm like, I'm just going to spend that money on me, give my kids what they actually want to have, like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or an Uncrustable, just basic kid food. And when they can appreciate that nice food, I will gladly get it for them. But on the flip side, I'm not going to waste the money to get them something fancy that they won't even eat. I'm using my powder concealer brush. This is another great dual purpose. I talked earlier about how, I'm frugal. I love to save you all money. So I'm having this special on eye products, mascara, eyeshadows, eyeshadow brushes, all that kind of stuff. It's 15% off if you get 2 this month, 20% off if you get 3 or more this month. But anything that you can use that's dual purpose is also going to save you money. So for me, I love using this powder concealer brush, either if you're using it for powder products, but also for my concealer. I use the concealer end to really kind of like push the concealer into the parts that I want it to. And then I use the bigger powder end frequently just to kind of blend it out and make sure that it's married to the rest of my face. All right, I forgot to put on my lip plumper. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm like so pink and purple right now. I'm not used to these spring colors. It's so fun. But yeah, so I'm really excited. We're going to be asking some of our local friends to meet up with us there. And even if no one else meets up with us there, you're bound to bump into people because it's such a highly attended event. And then you don't have to make dinner and you're happy and everyone gets what they want and there's music. So if you have food truck events in your area, I highly recommend that you check them out. Let's set this makeup before I do my mascara. Prime and Set powder, just like I said, it's a 2-in-1 product. You don't have to use it for both, but if you are frugal and you like to just buy one product that does 2 things, this is going to be your jam. This is also great for those of us who do have texture, large pores, fine lines, and you just want to blur it. I didn't add any blush. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, I'll have to do that after. I was just too excited talking about food and birthdays and all that kind of stuff. My goodness gracious. I'll get there. So this is a great product if you want to mattify, if you have oily skin, or like I said, texture. When you have shine on texture, fine lines, large pores, those kind of scarring, acne scarring, mattifying those areas at least, whether it's your whole face or just spot treatmenting those areas, it's going to make a big difference. Now, as I said, I accidentally just forgot blush. So we're going to go in with my cream blush. This is the shade Fresh Orchid. I have found that I can put this on top of anything. I can put it on top of my bare face if I want to just have a little springtime flush. I can put it on top of liquid, cream foundations. I can put it on top of powders. So I just set my face with powder, but as I said, this stuff has been pretty magical where I can make it work, which is really great. All right. You can use a brush. I use a little kabuki brush. It even comes with a little sponge on the other side, which is pretty neat. You can also use your fingers. The fingers is really great because it adds warmth and it really helps it press and blend into your skin. So sometimes when I'm in a rush, or if I just feel like doing a little extra with my blush, I don't even do any bronzer. You know, you can do either or. There's some people who just like to wear bronzer and some people who just like to wear blush. If I'm doing a really fancy full look, I may go in and do both, you know, contouring or bronzing and some blush. But for this little springtime look, we're just gonna go for it. So this shade, once again, it's called Fresh Orchid. They just came back to my site last month. They have 10-hour wear. It is crazy, crazy good. And I just love that you can apply it on any finish on your face. Bringing it kind of on the cheekbones up to your hairline is going to give a really nice lifted appearance to your face. And then you can even take the product and use it where you would normally contour or bronze. Just adds a little bit of that color back to your face if you did apply foundation. Or if you just want to have it whether or not you applied foundation. All right, and I'll do a little bit right here, right where I would get some sun, just to add a little something. Because as I said, if I normally would have bronzed, I would have done a little contouring, added a little definition, but this is one of the beautiful things with this kind of a cream blush, and it adds a little bit of sheen to it. It adds a little dewiness, so even if the rest of your face is matte, this will give that nice youthful glow to your face. I have 4 shades in that, but that one's called Fresh Orchid. It's my favorite. It is my favorite. Yeah, so let's see if there's anything else. We're going to be celebrating the Kentucky Derby this Saturday. That's when it is. Are you guys watching the Derby? It's so funny. Like I'm not really like a horse person. Like I don't watch horse races. I don't go to horse races. I don't own a horse. I've ridden a horse like once or twice in my life, but I love the Kentucky Derby. Now, truthfully, part of the reason why I love it is it's always my birthday weekend. It's always the first Saturday in May. My birthday, of course, is Cinco de Mayo. It is Friday. So the Kentucky Derby is always right near my birthday, if not on my birthday itself. It'll be on my birthday next year. Yay. So it's just a fun little thing. It's also, as I said, little. It's not one of those long sporting events where people are glued to the TV forever. Like you can watch it, and I think it's like a minute and a half to 3 minutes. There's loads of festivities that lead up to it. People get dressed up. I love a good theme party. Give me a theme, give me a fascinator, and I'm good to go. So before we had kids, I used to have Kentucky Derby themed parties. And then things just, you know, got busy and chaotic. And then the past couple of years, obviously, we didn't really have anything. So we're going to be having some friends over this year to do the Kentucky Derby. And I'm a little nervous that I'm going to be pooped because Charles is having his coronation on Saturday morning. And I want to watch that too. I'm like, I'm here for all of it. I'm here for all the festivities. So we're going to do food trucks on Friday. I'll wake up early and have breakfast and watch the new King of England have his coronation. I'm not even like a big King Charles fan. I just think it's really fancy and fun, and why not watch it? So I'm excited about that. And then we'll get ready for the Kentucky Derby. So it'll be a fun weekend. I have a concert on Sunday. My band is frequently hired out to play at graduations for colleges. So we're playing at the New England Institute of Technology on Sunday. So it'll be fun. All right, let me do this mascara because I got to get going. As do you. But are you guys doing anything fun this weekend? Are you celebrating Cinco de Mayo? Are you going to have tacos? Are you doing anything fun? Are you watching the coronation? Let me know. Now, I am going to curl my lashes. and I get nice and close and I just kind of pounce. I believe my eyelash curler is also part of this month's special. And if you have hooded eyelids like myself, curling your lashes is going to help your eyes look a little bit bigger and a little bit more open. Thanks so much, Corinne, for wishing that everything goes great. I hope everything goes great too. I'm excited. Lash primer. So lash primer, a great product if you're a mascara wearer. If you already wear mascara, if mascara is like your ride or die and you love wearing it, this is going to be like the push-up bra for your mascara. It's going to take the results from your favorite mascara and amp them up. It conditions your lashes to help them stay long and strong. It also helps them so that they don't get all like stuck together, because believe it or not, our lashes, just like our hair on our head, have cowlicks. So if you find that you have an area of your lashes, oh my gosh, guys, I'm serious. Like, I have such an itchy nose. Stop being itchy. I don't want to like tickle my nose on camera. My goodness gracious. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. What is it? I wonder if it's like a invisible silver hair of mine. If you have lashes that frequently get kind of clumped and stuck together, you could take the spoolie from my brow liner, or you could even take a clear mascara, a clean mascara wand. So after your mascara is done, you can wash it and you can comb through your lashes before you apply products to help it so that it doesn't have those cowlicks getting it all gunky. It's our anniversary tomorrow, says Rachel. 4 years, and today is our engagement anniversary. Oh my gosh, you got engaged. Oh my gosh, a day before you got married. Well, meaning like month-wise, you know, date-wise. That's so sweet. Well, early May the 4th be with you. I remember all of your wedding merriment that you had. You guys had such wonderful pictures. So happy anniversary. I'm going to use my Twisted mascara. This is the one you see me frequently wear. It has 2 wands, a little wand and then a big wand. For those of you who like the really natural fluttery look to your lashes, you're going to want to use the little wand. This is also great because it catches all the little itty bitty baby lashes in your inner and outer corners. Those of you who may have, you know, just like really delicate lashes, this one catches them all. It's just such a natural look to the mascara. I like to get right to the base of the lashes and stamp that product at the base because it will almost act like an extra eyeliner, which those of us with hooded eyelids, telling you this is the combination right here. It is going to be so good because it really helps make the base of your lashes look nice and full without having to take a lot of eyeliner and using up what little eyelid real estate you have. So personally, I like to do the little wand first, then the big wand second. You can just do the little one. You can just do the big wand. You can do big and then little. It really is up to you. There's no right or wrong. So I hope that you do good. Do you guys have anything fun planned, Rachel, for your anniversary? I'm so excited for you. It's funny, Blake and my 10th anniversary was 2020, August 2020. And I'm trying to think if we did anything big. Like, I think we went out to eat, but we didn't do anything big. And a lot of our friends are starting to celebrate, you know, the big milestone anniversaries. And they're going on big trips and they're doing all these big things, which we weren't able to do anyway in 2020. Just so you can see the difference. Mascara, chef's kiss. So good. But I'm trying to, you know, but we did go to Disney and Universal in 19. So for us, we kind of felt like we celebrated our 10th anniversary early and, you know, did that big Disney, we went one day. We did a Disney and Universal trip, which, let's be real, with the prices of Disney and everything nowadays, that's like going on a tropical vacation. Holy flippin' smokes. So Rachel, you said that you're going to go see the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Oh, I forgot that it comes out. I also know, of course, that the movie with Sam Heughan, for my fellow Outlander fans, that comes out tomorrow on May 4th. So lots of fun movies. You're going to go see that movie. The theater has food and milkshakes and Pepsi, our favorite place. Oh my gosh, I love that. If I wasn't lactose intolerant, milkshakes would be one of my biggest jams. I love milkshakes so much, and yet nothing on this planet makes me sicker. Well, scallops make me sick, but milkshakes, ooh, man. I almost, like, I can have ice cream sometimes, but I think it's just because it's like just saturated all milk and then ice cream that it does not work for me. And I've tried like lactated milk and other stuff. It's not the same. It is not the same. So every once in a while, I mean, honestly, like maybe once a year, I'll be like, that's it. I'm going to suffer. or I'm going to take lactate pills and I will get myself a good old milkshake, because there is nothing like it. But that's cool that you have that. We have, our local theater has the icy machine. So that's what I go crazy for. And it's free refills. Because as much as I love ices, it's a lot of ice and it's a lot of air. It's like whipped up ice air. So sometimes if you drink it quickly, it's gone very quickly. And those things at the movie theater are not cheap. So I am a huge fan of refillable icy machines. Corinne says, I'm going to binge all the Star Wars movies tomorrow. Yay! Well, may the 4th be with you. Love it, love it. And Rachel says, in the Gryffindor ones too. Yes, you did. Oh my gosh, you made those ears. I love those ears. I wore them on our most recent trip to Disney, thanks to you. All right, my friends, I'm going to hit the road. I have a meeting with a friend. This is pretty much my final look. I might throw on a little bit of gloss. Yeah, let's do this. Stick with the purple theme. This is called Lighthearted, and in the jar it looks bananas, right? You're like, Mary, when did the 80s come back in style? But I'm telling you, on, it is not as strong of a purple as this. It's a beautiful little shade that has a nice cool purple undertone to it. I absolutely love having a gloss. It hydrates your lips. It just makes them look nice and full. See how nice it is? It's like a pinky purple, but not like you wouldn't be like, yes, that is how purple it is. I bet if I put on like a really, really thick coat, it would be that purple. It's not. So, but it's one of my favorite kind of spring colors. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I feel like $1,000,000. My whole entire makeup is now done. The products that I used are really long lasting. So throughout the day today, even if my headache continues, my makeup will still look good. And that's what I wanted to get at, is that for me, makeup is self-care. I've talked this whole time, so it takes much longer when I'm talking, but when I just do it by myself, you know, I can do it in 5-10 minutes, and I just feel so much better when I look pulled together, particularly if I have a headache or if I'm having a rough day. I feel like, okay, I look pulled together, I look awake, I look like I'm not having a headache, and it makes a big difference for me emotionally. And as I said, having those long-lasting products that you don't have to worry about touching up makes a ginormous difference. So if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. My special this month is all on the eyes: mascara, eyeshadows, eye brushes, all those kind of things. My stick eyeshadows are back. The one that I wore in the very, very beginning to kind of neutralize all the discoloration is called Deliberate. You can find them all right by going to MinuteWithMary.com. I want to thank you so much for tuning in and for choosing me as your little makeup girl to hang out with and get ready with. And I appreciate you, and I hope you have a great rest of the day. Bye, friends.